What's up guys, it's Jade from Blend. As e-commerce managers, directors and founders, you already know the importance of conversion rate. So today, we're going to focus on conversion rate, how to calculate it, how to influence it, and how you can stack up against industry benchmarks. When calculating conversion rate, if you're calculating it for your website, it'll be one variable, and if you're calculating it for your email marketing, it'll be a different variable. Either way, the formula will always stay the same. For example, if you're calculating conversion rate for your website, the formula will look like this. The number of people who have completed a purchase divided by the number of people who have visited your site. That number you will times by 100 and you'll get your conversion rate percentage for your website. Now that you know how to calculate your conversion rate, let's chat about how you'll stack up against your industry benchmarks. Unfortunately, this is not a one-size-fits-all equation like calculating your conversion rate. This is all dependent on what your e-commerce store is and who your customers are. Just remember that your business has a different audience to someone else in your industry. It's also based on who your customers are. Your conversion rate will also differ based on what products and services you offer. An e-commerce business in the retail industry will have completely different benchmarks than an e-commerce store in the travel industry. Things like web design, return policy, and loyalty programs are all things that will influence your conversion rate. It can even vary based on traffic source and device. Remember that a lot of your customers, majority of your customers, will visit your site through a mobile device. Things like ensuring their thumb doesn't need to travel so far is a great way to ensure that your mobile users won't get frustrated. But while conversion rate is important, it's not the only thing that's going to give you the overall health of your store. Other KPIs like gross margin, CLV, and AOV will give you a clear picture of your e-commerce store. Now let's discuss how you can influence your metrics. Of course, if you see something's low, you want to fix it. There are many things that you can do to influence your metrics, including conversion rate. Starting with a big one is web design. Ensure to keep it simple. Your customers don't want to have to overthink and search through your website to find what they need. Leading your customers to where they want to be is the best way to ensure that their customer journey is a happy one. Remember your visual hierarchy. Like before, you got to lead your customers to where they want to be. Your visual hierarchy and everything around it should all contribute to the one singular goal of each page. And make the goal of each page blaringly obvious. Customers don't want to have to guess what happens when they click a button. Segmentation and personalization should be one of your top priorities, and these two go hand in hand. This will allow you to target customers highly and send them tailored messaging that meets them where they are in their customer journey. Last but not least, my favorite, A/B testing. Just like your metrics for industry benchmarks, it's not a one-size-fits-all. Everything that I've just mentioned will change based on what industry you're in and who your audience is. A/B test everything, from web design to copy to email strategies, everything. A/B testing will give you the crucial information that you need to make the big decisions. Imagine you're running a restaurant with the goal of serving delicious meals that make your customers come back. If you're only going to focus on one metric, like how many customers ordered dessert, you're only understanding one part of the picture. While you may have high sales in desserts, if your entrees are terrible, your customers will stop coming back and eventually your restaurant will fail. In the same way, e-commerce stores can't just focus on conversion rate alone. You'll only understand one part of the picture. Implementing a calculation that includes multiple metrics will allow you to get the full, clear picture on the health of your e-commerce store.